listening to The Ochoman, Behind the Eight Ball, only on Ignotainment.
I'm always on my old blacklist or something.
Without further ado, the one, the only, Ochoman.
I'm trying to live my life, and it just makes me so wild and mean.
February 27th. Hola, muchachos, my friends. It's the Ochoman with our show here, Ochoman Behind the Eight Ball, with my two people here, two of my guys that...
I am not.
Two of my guys here that make the show possible. Armand, glad to have you on, Armand.
Good morning, thank you.
And my man Chris, production man here. He does it all.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Do I really make this possible? If I'm not here, there's no show?
I don't think so, man. They'd love you here.
Studio
I want
goes
raise.
dark.
I want more money.
Studio goes dark.
Studio does go dark.
I got two donuts today. I want 3 donuts tomorrow.
Donuts. I gave you 2 donuts.
They were delicious.
You got milk
They
too
were
with
delicious.
it.
I finished it.
And
I didn't get any milk.
My man here, I gave
What
you
did
what?
he
I gave him one of those pizza with
Breakfast pizza.
breakfast pizzas.
How much did that cost?
What do you care?
Well, I
You
wanna
got
know.
You got a
Who wants to
cream-filled
talk
donut.
prices?
You got a
Say I
cream-filled
make the
donut.
show
you got-
possible.
All right, I took care of you. All right.
We can do without Chris.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Did you see that article about moldy oats? Look out.
No, what about that?
Well, they found mold in all their oats.
You're kidding.
See, scientists here.
In
Was
whose
it old?
oats?
Like everybody's oats. Quaker, everybody. Yeah, you got to watch
Was it old boxes or
No,
something?
no.
No shit.
New oats. Yeah.
Ugh.
That goes for your horse, too.
Nasty
Look
stuff
out.
there.
Well, fuck the horse. I'm more worried about my...
I like cream
Myself.
of wheat anyway.
Hey, speaking of fucking horses, not that I've
You've been
ever,
fucking horses?
No, but there's this guy in England.
Oh.
I got to tell you guys this.
What's he doing?
Well, he went up to a post box. His name is Paul
Wait a
Bennett.
minute. We call it a mailbox.
Mailbox.
Yeah,
Well, they call it a post box.
That's the anglicized version. Post. And a nappy,
Matter of fact,
is a diaper.
here's a picture of that
the post
box. Yeah, that's the post box.
Is that the one he molested?
Well, he had sex with this post box.
He violated that post box.
Paul Bennett.
Got mail.
Paul Bennett had sex with this post box in Manchester, and
Wow.
I tell you what. Then afterwards, he
Made a
went
little
to
delivery, huh?
Yeah, he went to a Chinese restaurant and he was pronounced dead.
What?
Yeah, he died at a Chinese restaurant at Shanghai Palace.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
he
can see where
died.
that would be lethal. Yeah.
They believe the 45-year-old's death may have been drug related. No shit. Really.
I think that's a good bet. I don't think we have to call in Scotland Yard on that one.
And
huh?
exactly that too, because they're saying that they're not going to do a investigation into this either.
Now, what is that sound effect? Is that...
That's a bong,
Oh,
dude.
okay. I thought it was
That's
That
something
is
to do
a
with-
bong.
I thought it
Armand.
was someone eating rice like Chinese do. It kind of sounds like that.
You know,
because they kind of scoop it, you know?
we had to cut one version of this show earlier because you were taking shots, and now the fucker's at it again here. I can't control him. I can't control him.
Was it
people.
because I said...
No, don't say
yeah,
that.
okay. All right. I understand. I won't say that.
I've got a bleep button here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on it.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was such a bad thing to
Well,
say.
no, it's just my GM. Our GM has been busting my
I
chops
said
lately.
trisomy 21.
Okay, all
I
right.
can say that.
Okay, you can say whatever you want. In sports-related news, Des Bryant, there's a video. There's some sort of a video on this guy. They don't know what the hell it is. There's rumors it's a pretty bad video. So the Cowboys are holding back on their.
Like what could he possibly?
I have no
Like, just
fucking
like, was it
idea.
like a
Sex
sex
with a post-
tape or like
post
he's-
box, yeah.
maybe
It's
sex
a-
with a post box.
It's a mailbox, but no.
I mean, is that what it is? It's
has
not
to be.
related to football. Like it's
I
drugs,
Think, you know
something.
what? It's. I'm not even going to say it. I don't even want to go with it.
Well, we're conjecturing here.
who allegedly has the video. Is it the Cowboys?
That's another thing.
Okay.
The Cowboys don't even have this
Okay.
video. They I've heard they're aware of this video.
Okay.
Oh.
But that's all we're hearing so far. So something's going on with that. We'll just kick back. I'm not even going to toss any more ideas on that one. But there's a video out
Someone
there.
from the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I would think. Well,
yeah,
no,
that was a catch. That was a catch. you
Oh boy!
fuckers.
Don't. You opened another wound there.
Yeah, that was definitely an open wound there.
Rub a little brine into it.
Adrian Peterson, he's been reinstated.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so
they reinstated him. So that's a good.
Is he going to play for Minnesota?
You know
I
what?
thought he didn't want to.
He's got to play for Minnesota. We'll get back to that story a couple weeks from now because something's going to happen there.
I think the guy got a pretty rotten deal. I think he should be reinstated.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
All he did
and,
was strike a child. Come on.
well, what do you mean all he did was strike a child?
Well, maybe the child needed discipline.
Yeah, but you know what?
As long as he
we already talked
wasn't
about
abusive.
this.
I know.
Let's move this
All right.
boat along.
You want
here.
to talk about Ray Rice?
No,
has he
no.
been reinstated?
Ray Rice is okay too. Josh Hamilton, he had a drug relapse, as everyone knows.
He's got a real problem, doesn't he?
The poor guy, though. I mean,
He's sick.
He was
got
picking
a problem.
Yeah, you know what's weird about it, though? I'll tell you this: when a guy like Josh Hamilton has a problem, you were like, we're all feeling sorry for the guy. But when
don't feel
Darryl
sorry for
Strawberry had a problem, you're like, what the fuck? Why is he
played for
taking
the
drugs?
Mets.
Yeah, why is he taking drugs? You know,
He's
what's
from
his
New York.
problem and shit?
Yeah, there's no sympathy for New York people.
In any case, that's our big market out there too. We'd like to get New York people to listen in on our
okay.
show.
Well,
so.
that was tragic about Darryl Strawberry.
Yes, it was
It's horrible.
I wish him the best.
Detroit Lions, they cut Reggie Bush.
Wow, really?
But Reggie
I think he can still do it.
Yeah, well, that's what Reggie
Somebody
says
will pick
too.
him up.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
will
think so too. I think someone will pick
Boy,
him
have you
up.
seen that? Did you see that commercial that guy made? Boy, that guy.
He's cut, huh?
Oh God.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Well, I mean,
He was the one who used to date
Kardashian.
Kardashian one?
That's right. Yeah, I totally forgot
I think
about
they
that.
have kind of a predilection for black people, right? Because didn't one marry Kanye West?
It's the same one.
Oh, the same
It's the
one.
same one that was with Reggie Bush.
Reggie
It was
Bush
Kim.
would kill Kanye West. At least in a fight, he'd
Well,
wipe up the place.
What went down with Kanye West?
Not in
now
a
with
rap
the-
battle, though.
Yeah, that's right. Well, at the Grammys, I think Kanye'd have the upper hand. But wasn't he in the news now?
Yeah, fill me in on that one. You read it. You were telling me
Oh,
about it.
yeah. I
before
read that
the show.
article about he assaulted someone, or he's allegedly assaulting. I don't want to, here again, I don't want to violate
Right.
the FCC rules, but he apparently is alleged to have attacked someone at the airport, and he doesn't want those videos used. I guess Taylor Swift, that video, the Grammys, and something with Beck.
yeah.
And they're going to use that as some kind of evidence against him that he's kind of a jerk. And he doesn't want to have the jury swayed by this
By the
evidence.
video.
Correct.
Oh,
So they're trying to
another
ban
video.
that.
Another video out there.
Yeah. I don't know if now he may be able to use Des Bryant's video in his defense, but I'm not sure what the judicial ruling is on that. But he does not want them to use those videos.
What were you moving in on the microphone like
Yeah,
that?
every time he pushes a button, I'm expecting something.
Well, you never know. I like to
he's
keep you on your
sort
toes.
of Damocles over there.
Well, so Chris, on another note,
Well, do you think Kanye's a jerk? I don't know.
well, you know what?
He's awful. He's awful.
Wow, Chris
I just
has an
think
opinion.
what he did to Beck was wrong. And you know
What
what?
did he do to Beck? I know what he did to Taylor
He
Swift.
did the same thing.
Oh, the
he
same
did to
thing.
Taylor Swift. He basically stood up and said he shouldn't have won. that it should have been
That's
Beyonce.
class.
That Beyonce
Oh, boy.
was more of an artist. Was more talented, and that he should actually
And he did this at the awards.
Well, he did it. He did it afterwards.
Oh, after. Because the other one, he actually went up.
Well, he said something at the awards on stage, but it was more like in jest. But afterwards, everyone thought he had, was joking around about it, and then he goes into this rant of an interview.
Wow.
And he basically, in essence, says he should surrender his award to Beyonce and say, "I shouldn't have won this. It should have been you."
Well, I could see where that would weigh against him in a trial if I'm on the jury.
Well, you know what?
He's a clown.
We even have our fans chiming in on this.
my
I
God.
got an
Right
email.
now? Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Oh, boy.
We got an email from
about that, not about my trisomy 21 statement.
no one even
good.
understands what the fuck
I
that
know.
is.
That's why I'm sure it's.
Yeah. Matt
Controversial.
Bowen, one of our fans out there,
Hi, Matt.
he sends out an email, and he's totally. I mean, he wrote a whole fucking scripture on
Oh God.
a
homily.
What the fuck?
Kanye
Kanye.
Kanye West.
Cayenne West.
Yeah. The
Packy East. You
Yeah,
know who
let's-
Packy East was? That was
I'm-
Bob
I'm-
Hope. That was Bob Hope's name when he fought.
all
He was
right.
a boxer.
I got to break this down as much as I can here, but this
trivia.
was something he writes here.
Okay. Yeah, give us the
This Bowen, our fan, says-
former fan.
yeah, he writes, quote unquote, the pussy trance has wore off, and now dumb da West is all negative and disgruntled. Who wouldn't be? Now all he can do is run on stage and try to put the attention towards other things other than the fact that his little sweetheart, Kim K, has been deep-dicked by a bunch of other dudes that he can't compare to. Poor little dumb West. He walked right door path of ignorance, and he has no idea how to get out of it.
Well, I think we know how Mr. Bowen
and he
feels.
goes on, and that's one of our people there.
Hey,
thanks for listening.
Yeah, we got to have
Matt.
him on the show.
Yeah.
Pretty witty guy.
No, we got plenty of those guys on our show.
Yeah, we got plenty of deep dicks on this show. What
You can reach Armand at ochoman.com.
Yeah,
you
you're
can
right.
reach me on
Right to
Plenty
him.
of Fish. I'm on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, how's that going for you? Plenty of
Lousy,
fish.
horrible. Don't bring that's. I'm a little surly today. I'm
Why?
a little
What's
gruff.
going on?
I can't get anybody.
What's your radius? How far do you go on these to get a date?
I get, the only messages I receive that are unsolicited are from, I don't know where these people are, but, from Possum Tit, Iowa or something.
Hey,
I don't know
my
where the hell
name's Felice. You want to be my friend?
you got a pretty mouth.
Wait, how far will you drive, though?
Well, it depends. I give a lot of latitude if she's pretty.
It's got to be a sliding scale, right?
Yeah, I do. For
The better looking she is, the
Okay,
further
a 7.
she'll go.
All right, here's my next question is,
Okay.
they show you a picture of them, and when
Hopefully
you
multiple pictures.
okay, and when you get there, is this like a picture that was 10,
It
15
happens.
years ago?
Yeah, I had one. In fact,
Then what do you do then?
I had one not too long ago. She's losing her hair.
losing her hair.
That was that was kind of a shock. Yeah, male pattern baldness. That was.
What did you do? Go
I
get
I
her
was a
away?
perfect gentleman.
Is this
a
someone
perfect
like
gentleman.
you met with in person?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
yeah. The picture was not representative of.
What
What
did
do you
she
do? Like, do
say?
you call him out? Do you say, this isn't you?
I-
What the fuck?
Well, what do you say? I mean, she's got enough. What am I going to proffer? Head and Shoulders and minoxidil? I can't. Poor lady's got a problem. I
Well,
don't know.
dude, don't. I mean, I traveled.
But in her
all
picture,
this.
she was not thinning like that.
Really?
No. You asked the question.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ,
so-
man! So this is kind of like it's a.
Maybe she was
potluck.
under stress. I don't know. This may have been something that was, transitory.
That'd be a
Maybe
lot
it
of
was,
stress, man.
Well, going out with me would stress anyone.
Yeah, that's a true
pull
story.
their hair out.
True story.
Anyway, any of you ladies out there that are kind of lonely and
Yeah.
would like to meet a very
Armand at ochoman.com.
Yeah, just
send me a deep dick.
deep
Dick at
email.
ochoman.com.
Yeah, deep
Well,
dick
you want
at
a deep dick
Ochoman.
for?
Anybody. I'm so lonely.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Anyway, Michael Samms is back in the news, fellas.
He's not lonely.
No, he's not lonely at all. He's Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the thing about it, I mean,
Do you think that guy could play football?
here's what I'm thinking. I said it all along, and I'll say it again. The guy was Defensive Player of the Year in the SEC. If he doesn't open up his mouth, if he doesn't say a damn thing, I think he gets picked in the 3rd, 4th round, and he's got an NFL career. That's what I'm thinking.
really?
I
You really
swear to
think
God,
because-
I'm telling you, the guy could have played. And every time he was playing for the Rams on the preseason, every time he was in, he was active. He was making tackles and everything. I don't know what the
Yeah,
hell.
he was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year.
He sure was. I mean, the
But
guy
he went in the 7th round, right?
was 7th round. Why? Because he went out and said, "Hey, I'm gay." So they don't want any problems in the locker room or whatever. So they tell the guy goodbye. So that's my thinking on this one. If he just would have shut his mouth, and I'm not say anything against that. Yeah, don't bring it up or whatever. Bring up your gay after your status, after you get that big paycheck. That's what I'm saying. What do you guys think on that? And I'm just thinking for my own personal bank.
Well, I think if you're gay, I think that's probably something a team would want to know before they draft
Why?
you.
Why do they have to know that? Why do they
Well,
have
they
to
don't
know
have to
that?
know that, but I think it's.
Do I have to tell them what I have in my bedroom? What this movie that I went to go see with my wife, 50 Shades of Grey, and
Well, I just think it's respectful to the other players. I mean, that's very close contact.
Yeah.
But I'm
Locker
not
room,
doing
They
it.
don't
showers.
ask anyone to disclose
No.
if they're straight. I mean, I know that's not the same animal because you just assume everyone's straight. But I mean,
Yeah, but I
It's
agree
okay.
with him.
Why
Why
does-
do I have to say I'm gay?
So here's the only
Because
you
if
know,
it comes out later, then
What's the military about?
But it's not like he's the
No.
only one. It's not like he's the only one in the NFL. He's just the only one who stepped up and
Yeah,
said, "I'm
yeah.
gay." I mean, there are I would say a significant. I mean, there have to be statistically, there have to be a pretty significant amount of other men on these other teams who are gay who just haven't said anything. yet.
Remember Hollywood Squares? Remember Paul Lynde?
Which one was
The
it?
guy in the middle? Oh, this is disgusting. Remember him, that guy? He was obviously gay.
He did act.
Yeah. I remember they had a question on there one time. Chris, you remember this? The question was, how many men are there on a hockey team? And Paul Lynde answers, about half.
About half. What the?
Yeah, he's saying that half of them are gay.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I thought it was very witty myself. But anyway, I'm sure it happened. I'm sure it's much more
Well, what I was saying, though,
widespread than we think it is.
What about the military? Now, do you have to come out and say that you're gay? Or?
No, I don't think so. Well, it used to be don't ask, don't tell. Now
Right.
you can ask, tell, whatever, but it doesn't matter.
And it won't affect status?
I don't think so.
All right.
Now,
Okay.
the generals, some of them are not for that, and they're not about. How about the women?
What about the women?
I don't think they should serve in combat.
You don't think women should? Why the hell not? The Israeli army, there's a women. Even
yeah.
in the Armenian army,
The
we
Russians
have
too. The Russians too. But it's if they can do the same thing that men can, I think that no problem.
No,
But,
that's what it's all about.
No, they don't have the same standards. They can only have to do like one pull-up or things like that.
bullshit. They
It's
got to
true.
do the same thing.
No,
that
they don't.
No, the
they
physical
don't.
standards aren't the same.
The physical
Yeah,
standards have been modified.
Well, that's bullshit,
Well,
boys.
that's my point. If a woman can do whatever, 15 pull-ups or whatever that she has to carry a rifle or do whatever, carry someone out of a foxhole, by all means.
Well, that
But
means
they
then
don't.
that guy has to take care of her out on the field if
That's-
they can't pick
exactly.
up all this equipment or whatever.
Right. That's the problem.
Well, I can see that.
Okay.
you know.
Well, we changed his mind on that one.
Well, that was quite. You know what? I'm open for change too. I'm not.
He has a very
he's a very progressive guy.
he's very malleable in the brain. You know,
I'm very malleable.
yes, very spongy almost.
I love Malibu, boys.
It's a good place.
It's a great place.
Malibu.
It's a good place.
Malibu is a great place, and that's where that word comes from. I bet.
Yes, it is. That's the
It
derivation.
is.
Right, right.
Because
It's
when you're
from
trying
the-
to relax, you think of Malibu.
right, it's from the early Californian. Yeah,
early Californian. That's what we're talking
can't wait
about.
for the word of the day.
So
today.
yeah, well, I got 3 of them ready for
Oh,
you.
good. Okay.
So yeah,
that's the
he's
climax of
on
the show.
Dancing with the Stars,
Okay.
and
now he's dancing with a woman.
yeah, I'm sure he is dancing with a woman. He's got to be
Well,
dancing
I
with
don't
a
know.
woman.
Why not?
Yeah. Did I mention Josh Hamilton? He's back on drugs.
I saw this.
okay.
Yeah. What a nightmare.
Well, I mean,
That guy's really
poor
got a
guy.
problem.
Poor
yeah,
guy.
yeah, of course he's sick.
I like Josh Hamilton.
How
He
many
came-
times is this now?
You know what though? I don't think that this hurts him.
No, it
on
does,
the
yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
doesn't,
It hurts on
though.
baseball. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
do you mean?
Because it wasn't the league that,
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
caught him. Yeah, no, I was just going to say it's not. It's not involved with the league. This is something outside of the league that he either acknowledged or someone on his team acknowledged, but it's not something like he was
Well,
caught in a
they-
drug test.
No,
Wow.
on that note though, it's his first. It'll be his
Yeah,
first.
yes, that's what it is.
It's not his second incriminating thing with drugs. So
Yeah, it's his
it's
first
because
offense.
his first offense was when he was in the minor leagues. So that doesn't count.
Okay.
The labor in the,
substance
MLB
abuse
Yeah, the
policy?
substance abuse is not going to
Okay.
go after him as the second time. Only the first time. But here's my point, though: do you make this guy? Do you penalize him, or do you say, "Hey, you know what? We want to work with you"? And this is something addicting, man. And
Well, I assume you put him in rehab, and that's enough.
now the teams don't have to pay him,
Right. I
Once
wouldn't think.
once you get in that situation too. So
But these are opioids, right? These are narcotics. These aren't steroids.
this is cocaine.
Right. Performance enhancing.
Yeah,
drugs.
this was cocaine.
Okay.
So
So,
we got
like,
that
well,
going.
we hope the
head out to
best. Seems like a
Promises.
nice guy.
Gonna
Hope
head
he
out
get-
to Promises.
How
Speaking
come
of
we
Malibu.
weren't? Yeah, but how come we weren't so? We didn't think it was so tragic when Darryl Strawberry had this problem.
No, you're right, and we never thought of that as when Lawrence Taylor, had his run-in with the drugs. And
How about
yeah, but
what's
you
that
know
one
what?
guy we were talking about? Len Bias.
Len Bias.
Boy, remember him?
Yeah,
Was
he
the
got-
same day he got a contract and dropped dead
He got drafted. He got picked up by the Boston Celtics
for one hell of a contract.
He was
too.
from Maryland.
Bonus, yeah.
He played for Maryland,
Right.
and then he went. He got picked up by Boston. He was like number in the top 5 amongst best players in the game, and then
I think
cocaine overdose.
Right, he went to fib. I think he went to atrial fib or something. That was it. Wow, that's a meteoric career, huh?
Yeah, that shit can happen too, man. You just gotta know your stuff.
I think we missed a sound effect.
Crack is cheap.
Oh, Jesus. With Len by
That's
us,
a poor taste.
Production guy. He's just like you. Well, animals you guys are. You guys got to be in that...
That was gratuitous. What I say is incisive.
You guys got to get in that Malabunian state that I was in 5 minutes ago.
You're getting less and less malleable. You're firming up.
So, you know what? I went to check out this...
50 Shades of Grey?
Nah, you know what? But 50 Shades of Grey. Let's go to this for a second.
Oh, yeah, we promised everybody we were going to talk about that.
50 Shades of Grey, we've got problems here. We've got problems here, my friends.
It's making money, though.
It is, but it's not like it was intended.
Who the hell's going to cinemas nowadays, too? I mean, that's really
you were
dropped
telling me
down.
you were telling me about what they're cleaning up after these viewings.
Well, the 50 Shades of Grey, you had all sorts of condoms, sex toys, big dildos, and shit laying around on the grounds.
To do forensic examinations.
And this poor fucking kid that's an usher, 16-year-old kid, has to come by and pick all this shit up afterwards.
You think it's a little butter off popcorn, and boy, it's not.
Yeah.
God only knows what that is.
Jesus.
So they're really finding this stuff in the theater. Why would? First of all, would you leave it there?
I think
those things are expensive. Like I had a girlfriend. Well, this is years ago, many years ago.
Did you meet her on this?
No, I met her on
Savage
Match.com.
Oh, Match.com.
But she had one of those glass implements, and that thing was like $180.
Jesus,
it's not something you leave in a theater.
Well, I'm sure they're taking those back home.
Okay. Well, you're talking about just the plastic,
Yeah, I think they're leaving
these
the
cheapies.
Yeah, right.
They're leaving these on
the
purpose.
Ones they use for fly fishing and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Those are expendable. Sure.
So on the other end,
disposable.
At the other end of 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, so you've got all the people who are going there to hook up or do whatever they're doing.
I'll try it. You think that's a good? You think I should do that?
Try what?
Try meet girls.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dildos.
No. So then you look at this story from over in the UK. Okay, you've got this girl who goes to the movie theater to see it, and like 8 minutes into the movie, it's so horrendous to her, she starts throwing up everywhere. They actually had to evacuate the theater.
Get the hell out of there. Who the hell told you to go see that movie?
What, the sex made her throw up?
Yeah, I think it was like someone had something in their mouth and was gagging.
And I shit you not. I read this on there,
Perverse
too.
world.
They had,
and I want to be part of it.
A family, husband and wife brought their 10-year-old.
To 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
Well, that's in poor taste.
And that's really ridiculous.
Now, what did you take your daughter to?
I went to see that, what is that? That Frozen.
Oh, on the ice, kind of the ice.
Yeah, on the ice.
You took your younger daughter to see that,
yeah,
not the 14-year-old.
Yeah, the 5-year-old. We went there, and these damn things they sell, man. This light thing that just goes around, and I'm telling you, it's made in China. It's probably a $2 thing, probably $1 or 50 cents, something like that. And they sold this damn thing. Yeah, go play that.
What's this?
That's that Frozen.
Oh, it is. Is that the theme from Frozen?
It's one of the sisters singing this.
Oh, is that?
Well, shut up and let them hear it.
This won all kinds of awards.
Really?
My daughter sings this like religiously.
I could see, yeah.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah. I could see Christy Yamaguchi skating to that.
Totally, Christy Yamaguchi.
I don't want to see anyone.
It's Peggy Fleming stuff.
Tanya Harding.
That's when
I wanted her to win.
Yeah,
I really wanted her to win.
You know what? That's when I like figure skating.
That's my favorite skater of all time.
When you had that other
her
chick.
and Dick Button.
Who the hell's Dick Button?
Dick Button? You never heard of him?
No.
He won the 40s. He was an ice skater.
Oh.
He won the gold medal, 48.
Also the guy with the greatest name of all time.
Dick Button. Yeah, I just like his name. But.
What was that? And the chick that she bashed was Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy
right?
Kerrigan,
correct.
Yeah.
And the guy's name was Giluli. The guy that hits her boyfriend or whatever that hit her on the knee with the
I
the
would
pipe.
have loved to see
now,
that
that's
on
when
video.
skating was fun.
Yeah.
God, they just don't do that anymore.
That was hands down the most exciting thing to ever happen in that
Did
sport.
you see her in celebrity boxing? She fought somebody.
Yeah,
I don't remember who it was.
Well,
Remember that? Remember Celebrity Boxing?
I seen her on a show with that Partridge brother.
Yeah, right. Danny Bonaducci. He's always on this stuff.
Yeah,
the Dooch man.
Hey, you know who was tough though? Let me tell you, Screech fought Horseshack. Now guess who? Guess who won that?
Screech had to be much younger than Horseshack.
Yeah, Screech beat the shit
I
out
was
of
gonna
him.
say
Horseshack
Screech
was
had to
what,
win.
60?
Yeah. He definitely had an age disadvantage, but he had a big shiner. You know, because they were wearing those 18-inch. I mean, pardon me, 18-ounce gloves.
Right.
You know, and they had those huge headgear. So you would think nobody's gonna get hurt.
Right.
He was hurt. He had a huge shiner. He beat the crap out of him.
Horseshack. Which one was Horseshack?
The nerdy one. He's dead now. He died.
Yeah, he
Died from brain trauma.
Not Robert Hedges.
Well,
He was. Who
gives a shit?
Ron
Palillo.
Yeah,
Ron
yeah,
Palillo.
Ron Palillo.
Yeah, Ron Palillo.
Right,
He died. Yeah, he beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, dude, that was
And then
that
Manute
show.
Bol fought the Fridge. You
You're
imagine that?
kidding.
Yeah. And he
Manute
beat the hell
Bol.
out of the Fridge.
Manute
He was
Bol beat
tough.
the hell out of Fridge.
He beat the hell out of him.
You're kidding. He's a stick guy.
Yeah, but his arms are, it's like a pole vault, that guy. So, the Fridge was over in his corner and he's hitting him. He didn't come out of the corners yet. I'm telling you, he beat the crap out of him.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, how'd you like Frozen? It was for a kid. It's not bad.
Again, it's not just going to the show. You got to buy everything in the show.
Okay.
And this damn
So what are these
plastic thing.
lights? These lights?
Yeah, all you do is press this button, and this thing, like a little lights all in little rubber bands, they all start flying around and stuff. And
How much do those cost?
$25.
Come on.
$25, and then here's
I'm
the
gonna start
thing
a
about
Frozen
it.
show.
You can't buy one of these and sit there because you brought another family too, and they you
had other people you were paid. My God!
Everyone's got to buy one and stuff.
Oh,
I felt sorry for the entire families that were with us.
How many kids did you bring with you?
Well, we went with two other couples.
Oh, so they can't. Yeah, their kid had to have it too.
They had to buy it, and we felt bad because our stupid little kid. I want one. And our kid's so spoiled. Our kid
you can afford it now.
Well, you know what? It's not about that. You just do what we used to do when we were little kids. When our parents looked at us and said, "You can't have it," we didn't go about
They
it.
didn't even say it.
They looked at us. They gave us that. They gave us that manager coach from the dugout look.
Gave you the old Leo DeRocher. Yeah.
And we knew it was time to end. Not this kid, man. This kid, I want it.
Well, you're
I gotta have that thing. You give me that thing right now.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that's not bad without even any sound
good,
effects.
man.
Yeah.
Your spine's a little malleable too, isn't it?
Well, I'm telling you, it's all that Malibu sun hitting me, baby.
I get a melanoma.
Ochoman behind the 8 ball,
Hey,
live from Zuma Beach.
How about
Pismo.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
I got it in my car. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I hope the handle works. The last time I
and the
saw you, couldn't
Tesla?
get in your car.
All right. Yeah, I fixed the handle.
Okay, good.
It was a spring. The spring broke
okay,
on
sure.
Tesla. So
I'll talk to
Jesus.
Elon Musk about that. You know who he is?
he's probably the
He's
originator of
the
this.
CEO of
He's got something
Amazing
coming.
story, that guy.
yeah, he's a genius, that guy.
Check this out too. I got auto drive. That's going to be
What's that?
autopilot. The damn thing.
come on.
The damn thing drives on its own.
I know,
I
but
shit you not, Chris. They
Yeah.
got this out right
It
now.
does, yeah.
It's just going to be
I know
okay
that.
by Missouri.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I know Google Cars has
How
that.
sweet would that be? You
It'd
could
be
get
wonderful,
shit faced.
but-
You could
but,
get shit faced.
I read a whole article on this the other day about automated, the history
they
of
have
automated
the
vehicles
technology.
and how it's going to impact society and like our drives to work and traffic and commuting and parking and all this, like especially with Uber.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
God help you. Who are they going to sue when there's going to be an accident?
How's there going to be an
I
accident?
don't know. Somebody hits you. I don't know.
You would think the insurance
Computer
companies would
glitch?
be all over this.
Oh, I don't know. I would think they'd rather have the car drive itself than somebody like
Right.
you with with those bamboo
What
reflexes.
the fuck is
you
wrong
have.
with me?
Well, you've been playing football a little too long without your helmet on. That's all.
No. I think this will be great because now I can go to the horse tracks, get shit faced with my friends, and hop in the car and just press in the buttons. The car where I want to go, and the car takes me where I want to go.
Hey, I just got a message from somebody on Plenty of Fish.
Oh yeah.
Believe that?
Are they listening to Ochoman behind the 8 ball
I
and
guess
decided
so.
to send you a message?
Be one of our fans wants to meet on Sunday for coffee.
Sunday for coffee.
Yeah.
Her name's not Matt Bowen, is it?
I don't even know her name. What is her name? Uh-oh.
Well, is she good looking?
Yeah, I think she was.
Oh, beautiful. Look.
All right, I'll let you know next week how that goes.
Well, you can't beat that. So, Anyway,
Okay. So anyway, this Frozen was kind of
it's
kind of
really
an Arctic
it's,
Jesse
it's
James kind of
making
thing.
money. It's a
kidding. Of
it's
course.
a cash cow right there.
It's
but
a
the show
shakedown is what it is.
Show was good. The kid
Okay.
loved it and everything. So
Well, at least you didn't take her to the 50 Shades of Grey. Speaking of plenty, at the last date I went on Plenty of Fish with the lady whose hair was receding, the hairline. She told me she had like a whole for 2 months. She had her tickets, and they had about 6 or 8. The whole mob of them go together. They don't go by themselves. These women.
right.
I had like three or four women tell me the same thing.
You see, this is what I think.
They've been waiting for months.
This is what I think. The movie, I don't know if you remember, Chris, but me and Armand, it was 9.5 weeks when we were kids.
Well, that was
I mean,
steamy.
9.5 weeks. What was it? Kim
Basinger and what's his name? The guy who's got his face all calcified.
He's a cool dude.
I like him, but he looks gruesome.
What was his name?
Come on.
Come on.
He was in The Wrestler.
Chris, check us out here. Whoa.
Jeez.
Mickey
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
Yeah,
Rourke.
that's it.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Mickey Rourke can't do a sex scene without penetration. So
Really? Is that what he said?
That's right.
Oh, well, there you go.
Neither can I.
Okay.
I might
well,
add.
I
So
knew
if
you
I'm going
guys
to be in any
had-
movies,
I knew you guys had some in common.
yes, Mickey and I have the same acting coach,
so that has to
Dude,
be
it's
part
Ron
of the script?
Jeremy.
the Marquis de Sade.
Jeremy.
Yes.
No, but I gotta tell you this before I forget
Yeah.
it again.
Yes.
I gave it to Chris already, and
You gave it to Chris?
I gave it to Chris. I
You
gave
need penicillin, Chris?
no. Hang on. I gave him a box of American nuts.
Where's
Absolutely.
mine?
I got it in the car. I'm gonna give it to you.
Thank
yeah.
you. Oh, I love those.
Absolutely.
That made my day.
Yeah, what did the wife say?
Oh, so
great.
excited. I mean, they are so good, man.
I got to give
so
them.
good.
I
Like,
should
they're almost
give
all
them to my mother.
gone.
I
I've
should
almost
give them
eaten
to
the
my
whole
mother.
thing.
My mother loves them. Boy, you gave her that package. She remembers that. About
Well,
10 pounds
too
of those
bad.
nuts.
I can't fucking give 10 pounds of nuts. And then my cousin, he
Huge shout out to American Nuts, by
Yeah,
the way. American
thanks a lot.
Thank
American,
you.
AmericanNuts.com.
They're the best.
yeah, and
Where do they import them from? Like Lebanon? Where
everywhere in the fucking world. They get stuff from China. They get Middle East. They get it from Europe. They get. I mean,
Yeah,
these guys are constantly working.
Hey, listen, I just got a bowl or the little can of those planters.
Planners.
Not the same.
Yeah. That's not.
I got
the
a Dollar
same.
General. Well, what are you going to do?
Screw that.
I didn't know I was getting that.
I'm coming through for you because
Yeah.
my cousin Coco, Garo's son Coco. He's now running the operation
Yeah, good
with
for him.
Garo, and you know what? These two are working really well. They got a big company over there, and they said we're going to send you guys a box, and so I just put them in Tupperwares, and I've been giving them out.
Yeah, so you took a credit card and kind of spread them out a little bit. And did a few lines, huh?
Yeah, a few lines of nuts. Yeah,
The blend,
The blend.
that you gave me with all the variety that it had was like, oh my god, it was like
Yeah.
the best ever. So they need to name that the Behind the Eight Ball blend.
yeah. They should
That's what they
name
should
that
do.
behind the
Yeah.
eight
Behind the
ball
eight
blend.
ball.
That would be sweet. That would be sweet. And the thing is, the stuff that you got coming, you got those little orange ones that you like. Remember the ones that it's got that.
It's been so long. I
yeah,
don't
well,
remember,
I'm telling
but
you,
I loved them all. I know that.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to love it again. And compliments of American Nut, and they're very happy with
sponsor.
our work. Yeah. Anyway, what else we got going out here?
www.americannuts.com.
What else we got going out here, boys? Anything new in the news?
They got a new clock. Did you see that? Very precise atomic clock.
Why the hell I want a new clock? So we're gonna. I'm trying to find something that'll stop the aging, and now you're bringing up something that's gonna.
It's very important to science because they can take it up in an airplane or whatever and test Einstein's theory of relativity with this thing. It's so precise.
Really?
Yeah, it'll actually slow down the farther away you get from Earth, the
That's
faster.
what we need. The damn thing to slow down a
Oh
little bit.
boy, yeah, but we're talking about nanoseconds. We need more than that.
Hey, what the hell ever happens if you're right on the line between the
The theory of everything.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You got the east, you got central, you got
It is,
Mountain.
it is insane that you
Mountain.
bring this up. I had wrote this in a note to bring this up on the
Shut
show.
the
at
fuck
some
up.
point. Yeah. 'Cause what happened?
What,
no,
about
I swear to
time
God,
zones?
Yes. 'Cause what
Yeah, time
happens?
zones.
No.
Okay.
What happens if you live literally on the line? Okay.
Well, I think they make it so you don't.
Well,
They adjust the map so there
No, but
aren't any
that-
cities that are
No, but
like a
they're
house.
I'm not
by itself.
talking about that, but
Well,
he's
I mean,
telling
you're
you
saying like
something
you're
that,
in your living room and it's Eastern time, and you go in the kitchen and
No,
it's
but they're
Central. I don't think
I don't mean on the line, but so what? I mean, it's inevitable that there is a city somewhere that is like on the line. So what if you live across the street and the school is on the other side of the street? So at your house it's 8 o'clock, but at the school it's 9 o'clock. So what time do your kids? You know what I mean?
Like I said, I think
He
the
came
state
up with
line
this
is their-
after eating all them nuts.
I did.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Snorting lines of nuts.
He may have an allergy.
No,
Get you checked out.
No, you're definitely right, because I thought about that too. I thought about that. Oh, shut up! You never thought about that, Armand?
No, that I haven't.
This has to
contemplated
exist
that.
as an issue somewhere, even
It's
if it's not
probably
the
been
U.S.
resolved.
It has to exist.
And you know what, Chris? This is funny too, because this is the same guy that told me maybe about 2-3 months ago. He told me how he's not even going to die. What they're going to do is they're going to cut off his head or something, and they're going to put him in a
Who, me?
freezer.
No. I said
Cryogenically frozen.
Check this out.
No, they're going to have the singularity. Basically, it's Ray Kurzweil. Read his book. They're going to hook you up to they're basically going to download your brain, and it's certainly within realm of possibility with the next 25, 30 years.
So this is all the
that's just
stuff that was on the
downloaded.
board in here the other day from Merlin. It's the same stuff with
Oh,
the
really?
singularity.
Yeah,
and,
the singularity in 2045.
Are you kidding
You
me?
should live so long. Yeah.
So
hang in there for 30 years.
Wait
and
a
don't
minute.
watch any TV.
We were
'cause
making
it's bad
fun
for
of
you.
that guy.
I like Ray
in that-
Kurzweil. Guy takes like 500 supplements a day.
Yeah,
He looks
no,
great.
we weren't making fun of him. We were making.
Guy's brilliant.
Anyway, it's a long story, but that guy, yes. So
No, I was making fun of Merlin.
Yeah, so
Who's
that
Merlin?
it's a
He's
long
one.
story,
He
but-
was one of our workers.
Oh, but that stuff had aspects, some hints of some legitimate stuff here and there, and then the rest of it was insane. So
Wait a minute. He's saying this guy's the guy that we were watching the video of?
No.
Because that guy looked like...
This guy's an author.
Well, see what
Okay,
you want to do. That's why you kind of
Tell us about this.
Well, at our age, you kind of want to take care of yourself because Chris is a little younger. I think he can be, you can have the, well, I already ate the donuts. I should have given them to you. But anyway, the thing is, you want to get what we call longevity escape velocity. In other words, you keep yourself alive long enough that every year they have enough scientific advance.
What the hell is that sound?
That you get,
Okay.
you're basically, you're immortal. Because the advances catch up with you, and they get a new kidney or whatever. So whatever problem or disease you have, they're curing it as you live.
Well, they just came up with that Times magazine on the front covers. They said could be a 142-year-old
Oh, they've already
baby.
They said that the first 150-year-old human being has already been born.
Wow.
That's a given, supposedly.
That's a given.
For
How
sure.
do they say that's a given?
Because by that time 150 will probably be pretty routine,
So,
which is like 150 years from now.
so here's my thinking though. So we're not that old still. We're in our 40s.
Well, you are.
Yeah. Well, you're 49.
Well, I'm on plenty of fish. I'm in my 40s. Yes.
Yeah, so that's insane to think of. That would be like if my wife and I decided to have a baby.
Pretty good chance
It
that
could
baby
be
would-
150
Yeah,
150 years
or
old.
more.
They could live to be 150 years
Sure.
old. Wow.
In fact,
We
I
got
may-
something to look forward to, Lindsay. The first 150-year-old baby.
The hell with them. I don't want them living that long. Why should they get to live longer than we do?
Because you don't have any kids.
That's right.
You don't even have a wife. You got plenty of fish, is what you
I
got.
got it. Yeah, I got plenty of mullets. Is what I got.
And he's got stains on a wrestling mat that I used to go to his house, and he'd have the crazy UFC fighter bitch all around that.
She was a sweater. That one.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
God, I've never seen a woman perspire like that.
You could have at least cleaned up the stink when I got there to watch a game, He'd have everything
For
moved
you?
out, just a wrestling mat, and I'd have to lay on it.
Yeah, there seems something was unseemly about cleaning up sweat when you were coming over.
Yeah, Chris, it wasn't a very Malibunian mode.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very Malibuian.
No, it was Nebraska in the cornfield somewhere.
Well, what time zone?
Yeah. What time zone would be?
That's.
I'm saying to you
central.
right now that could be a
Central or Mountain.
deterrent on aging.
See, even if
time zones.
Even if you look at a map of the Pacific, you can see the international date line. It kind of squiggles, so they don't catch some island. You don't walk up a mountain and you're in a different time zone. They have allotted for this.
Okay, and here's another question. You got New Mexico, you got Colorado, you
Right.
got Arizona.
Oh, the Four Corners.
Yeah. What if you step right in the middle of that? And
People do, and they get their picture taken. You're in 4 states apparently at one time.
well, okay,
I've been there. Yeah, I've done that.
right on the middle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that a neutral thing, the middle?
I'm not sure what if you were shot dead right there, where would you?
Well, I'm thinking
I don't know.
maybe you could like smoke some pot right on the middle of that.
I guess it'd probably be legal since you're in Colorado, technically. Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm thinking it's neutral. There's no state there.
Yeah, but you could just kind of lean toward Colorado and you'd be okay, or blow toward. There's actually one in Africa too, 4 corners of countries.
That's
Zambia,
got South
Zimbabwe.
Africa in there, doesn't it?
I got to look it up. It's right down there. Yeah, it might be
I thought
Angola.
South Africa was one of them.
South Africa could be.
It's a beautiful place down there in South
never been
Africa.
there. Have you?
I've seen pictures and so forth that we've had businesses down there with this company, and I tell you what, we've gotten back pictures of like whales and stuff in the water. It's a beautiful scenery. Yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. No, I don't want to go there.
I wouldn't go there.
I there's too much shit going on in Africa.
Hey, watch it.
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of diseases and stuff. And what is that? Libya or Liberia, and you got all this stuff happening
Sierra
in Western
Leone? Yeah, but
Western Africa.
South Africa's a little bit more advanced.
Yeah, well, South Africa is it's got a lot of Dutch influence.
Where would you go if you had a free ticket? Where would you go?
Where would I go? I tell you what, I probably
Frozen?
I'd probably check out a little bit of southern France. I'd get into southern
Go
France
to
there,
Cannes Film Festival,
and maybe South America,
Monte Carlo,
South
Côte
America, and of course, you know what? I love Armenia. If you've never been to Armenia, Armand, you gotta check it out. It's the people are really cool. They kick back with you. They drink so much damn vodka, man. Every other
Russians.
shot, every shot is.
Where would you go, Armand?
I just go to Vegas.
You go to Vegas?
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
not
Vegas.
into anything. You don't leave the country.
I don't
do
want to
you?
leave the country. I love this country. I don't want to see any other country.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Any case, that's what we got going with.
See, that's a big problem. But I mean, that's a problem everywhere. The drinking and smoking. That's why Russia have a negative population growth.
What are you
They're
talking about?
I mean, they're losing people every year, a lot.
From their drinking? Is that what it is?
Well, their health,
Yeah.
their overall health is horrible,
Sure.
and I think their mean survival longevity is like 52, 53 for men. It's very low.
Shut up, not
yeah,
that
it's
low.
in the 50s. Yeah.
That's got
Low 50s.
Pretty
So they're
goddamn
losing
bad.
almost like half or 0.7% population a year. In fact, Germany is saying everything's through Europe. If it wasn't for the Muslims, Europe would be losing. You get like 30,000 euros to have a kid in Germany.
No
They're
kidding.
paying you to have kids.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, then you can take them to Frozen, buy all the
And then they
goodies you
live to
want.
be 150.
Yeah, right. 150-year-old.
So
kids.
you're talking then. We're
paying you.
gonna see a fight coming up in June.
Oh yeah. Speaking of old timers, yeah.
June 20th, we
Mm-hmm.
got a fight. Shamrock. Ken Shamrock is going to be is
How old is he?
51 years old right now, and so he would be on the verge of dying in Russia.
Yeah, he'd be
He's gonna
dead.
bring him out to the octagon in a wheelchair.
Oh Jesus! And he's fighting Kimbo Slice, who's
He's no-
41.
Yeah, he's no.
Well, he's
chicken.
41.
Yeah,
you know, he's a lot younger than 51, but they're hooking up in June 20th, and I'll tell you what, man.
You gonna go? It's right here in St. Louis, isn't it?
It's intriguing. That's all I got to say
It
to
is
that. I mean,
intriguing.
it's kind of intriguing. I mean, you're seeing like old fighters get hooking it up. Well, why not? Fuck. What do we got in St. Louis besides a goddamn buffet? We don't have anything here besides casino. We got the horse tracks at Fairmount Park. That I'd like to go out there watch horses run. And you know what? If something like this comes to St. Louis, why not? Let's go check it out.
What about your beloved St. Louis Cardinals?
I'm not a St. Louis Cardinal fan.
Another sore spot.
I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan for all you out there.
Boy, I'll say.
But you know what? If there was no St. Louis, there wouldn't be a good division rival such as the Reds. Always.
How are they looking this year, anyway?
Well, you know what? It depends on injuries. I think
of course.
Votto's back this year. You got a healthy team, but you know how long will they stay healthy? That's the big thing about it. St. Louis naturally. I tell you what, I rip on them all day, all night, but you can't argue with them. I mean, these guys put out winners every year.
That's true. You
They
can't-
put up what they put up. What about your Rams, though? I mean, there's nothing here for the St. Louis Rams.
my Rams.
They may be leaving. They may be
I
leaving.
can only hope.
Let him go.
I think LA's getting ready to do something with the St. Louis Rams, soon to be, I think, LA Rams.
You think so, huh?
Bye-bye.
You think that's gonna?
Well,
You know, I live in L.A., and I'll tell you what, they don't
Who's
want
going to pay for it?
They don't want them.
You
They
live
really
out
don't.
there and they don't want them.
They don't want the Rams.
Well, what are they going to do with Hollywood Park? That's where they're building.
I think
all
they'd
that.
rather have the Raiders if they're going to get some. They're
No
looking
way.
at, or the
They're
Chargers.
tired of the
Even. They could
Raiders.
pluck the Chargers very easily too.
San Diego is going to stay in San Diego. The Chargers are part of San Diego. I just can't see. But you see the Rams. You see that's something like coming home. You see the Rams being part of L.A. That's where they're from.
I don't know. Well, they're from Minnesota originally. Where you're from, I understand.
Minnesota. Where the hell am I from?
On
Minnesota.
your license plate.
That's Ochoman. MN. MN is man, not
Okay.
goddamn Minnesota.
But that's where the Rams are from Minnesota. No, that's not right. The Lakers are from Minnesota.
Lakers. That's why you
Right.
have the Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the Rams are from Cleveland. Rams started in Cleveland.
They're from Cleveland.
Absolutely, yes. Check that, but I think that's the trivia question. They did not start in L.A. I think they started in Cleveland.
Well, in any case, that's what we got going there.
And remember the Decatur Staleys?
Who the hell's that?
Detroit Lions.
Huh. Well, where did was there a different team in St. Louis too at the time?
Football team?
Yeah, football team.
I don't think so. No, it was the Chicago Cardinals.
The Chicago Cardinals.
Right.
They went to Chicago.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, what are you going to do about that? And what else? You got anything out there, Chris, that's going on?
I got.
I think Carmine's
if you
got
drink
something
coffee,
here.
you have
Yeah,
lessens your
that's
chance of getting MS.
I didn't want to steal your thunder there.
What,
But
what
that's-
is that all about?
Multiple sclerosis.
No, I know what that
neurodegenerative
is. How do
disease.
they come up with every year? They come up with a different definition of coffee. One year they say it brings cancer. Another year they say.
Well,
I mean,
know.
every year they change the coffee format.
Change everything. So what was good before is lousy good. You shouldn't do it now.
I'm just going to stick with the good stuff.
What you should. Good donuts?
I'm going to stick with the good information on the coffee. Because
Right.
I drink about 800 glasses a day. So.
I'll tell you what, Starbucks got a good one now. It's called the Flatline or something like that.
Christ.
Sounds rather ominous. Flatline.
I may not even be.
How about,
Flatline.
speaking of that, how about that 5-hour energy flap we were talking about?
What was up with that one?
They
I
were
forgot.
suing
about-
somebody over his hacky sack or whatever.
The guy who
Who the hell plays hacky sack anymore?
this guy apparently does. He has the
You got to
world
be a real
record.
stoner.
That's where you get doped up and play in the quad, remember?
Yeah, he has the world hacky sack record. And
And what's he bitching about?
he sued 5-Hour Energy because they had a spot last year that showed this guy who slammed some 5-Hour Energy and was able to, it was an advertisement, but it acted like the guy was able to, to beat the world hacky sack record. So this guy is suing
So
him.
he
filed
cheapened his
He
brand.
had enhancing drugs.
Yeah, he filed a handwritten lawsuit. By the way,
you'd think he'd do it with his
wrote it
feet.
out by hand, and he filed it with the court. It's bullshit.
He's an ass.
Well, that's what do you guys think about that? He was on
deep.
5-hour energy drink.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we can see. It's like those ones, when you stay in La Quinta or whatever, and you're, I'm not a real doctor, but I stayed in La Quinta last night or whatever, and he's lecturing,
And we'll keep the light on for you.
Yeah, that's right. That's Motel 6.
I'm Tom
right?
Bodette.
Right. I mean, yeah, there's a certain suspension of disbelief.
I
on
tell
these
you what, my
commercials.
parents used to take me to that Motel 6 every time. It was religious.
For what reason?
When we traveled in our
man.
station wagon.
Well, they're the cheapest.
They
not
were the
bad.
cheapest,
Clean
and they
room.
were clean too. They were clean.
Oh,
and-
I've stayed in much worse. Believe me, we've stayed in much worse.
I don't even want to get into
you know what
where
I'm talking
you and
about.
me stayed.
We won't.
I can't believe we stayed at those places.
He wouldn't even get under the bed at his.
I wouldn't even get in the damn bed. I was so
don't blame you,
scared.
man.
I was so
They
scared.
were twin beds, by the way.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and this guy, he's on the other bed, and he's butt naked. He got naked and he's rolling around in the sheets and stuff.
It was wonderful. The bed bugs were just so cozy.
You're disgusting. You really are.
Listen, hey, that builds up your immune system.
Well, it sure did.
Expose yourself to that filth and mildew.
All right, our
Chris goes
three
first.
words. Our 3 words today. We're going to try to see if Chris could get on the map. He was close last time out.
He did
had
pretty
one.
well.
I got one or two.
He got 1.5, actually. You had 1.5, and
That's a one-time deal there, man.
All right, here's our word. Our first word of the day. Hey, put down the fucking
I
phone.
I just got a picture of a toenail, and it's fungus. She wants to know if it's a fungus.
Oh, I thought it was on.
It's a fungal nail.
I thought you got it on Plenty of Fish.
No.
Picture of a
Yeah, that's
toenail.
what I'm talking
I would
about.
get it.
That
yeah.
makes sense.
You ain't kidding. Yeah.
Some chick from Plenty of Fish sending a fungus
Hey,
toenail.
Armand.
Plenty of-
And he's
going
to travel 70 miles to
Yeah.
meet up with her.
Just make you horny.
I'm on Plenty of Fish, and I get all the bottom feeders.
All right.
I get the
our
plankton.
word here is glitterati. Glitterati.
You know that one. He is the glitterati.
Yeah, the glitterati is like highlighting the rich and the famous in the media.
movie
Okay.
stars.
All right. I just wanted to give one out there. All right. Give a
Sure.
little. Okay.
Attaboy.
Actually, what is it? St. Louis Magazine has a whole like infographic every week that
All right. So I fucked up one word. It was
All right,
real easy.
That was a gimme. Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant to give one word out
He's
there.
trying to help me out.
It's a confidence builder.
Yeah. Our next word is tautology.
Oh, tautology.
Tautology.
Ooh, that's a little tougher. I don't think you can get that.
Tautology.
I don't think you can get that one.
I don't think that's going to happen.
All right. Tautology.
Tautology is a needless repetition, saying something twice.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
exactly what it is. Needless repetition of an ideal.
Yeah.
All right, fucker.
To even ask me is a tautology, because you know I know it.
All right, here's our next word here. Our last word. We're 1-1 tie.
And we're flying through these here.
What a pace we're setting.
Okay, now shut up here. Let me
Boy,
get
that's
this
a
word.
fungus, all right. That's too bad.
All right, this next word is omphaloskepsis.
Skepsis, I believe.
Omphaloskepsis.
Okay. I don't think he's going to know that one. That's a very obscure
Yeah,
word.
that is.
That is deriving pleasure by observing and contemplating your belly button.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. How in the hell do you know that?
Fuck,
that
I don't
is
know.
not right.
It was contemplation of one's navel as part of a mystical exercise.
Are you impressed?
You know what, though? There's sometimes you
I
get
don't
that.
know what freaks me out more, that's actually a word or that you know what it means.
I'm more fascinated by the lint in my belly
Yeah.
button than the actual
Yeah.
navel itself. I can't imagine how that lint gets in there.
I don't know, but
where
and,
it's
and
from.
It, and it stinks so bad, too.
Oh, it doesn't taste good either. Put it in a stew. I thought it was like cinnamon, but
You just,
excuse me.
all right. February 27th.
Oh, the date. Yeah, the
All
date.
right, this is for you. This is for you now. You could bring this back to even.
Sure, let's do
All
it.
right, here we go. And he hasn't been too good with these, so you got a shot at
All
this.
right, I'm an umphalo skeptic.
February 27th, 1912, the New York Yankees announced.
Ooh, the Yankees.
The Yankees announced that
1912?
1912, February 27th, today, the New York Yankees announced.
Did they sign? No. What are they? Grover Cleveland Alexander?
the building of a new stadium.
No, that was much
it's a
later.
very.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry
Yeah,
about
easy
that.
there. Got the
Lost all
headphones.
use of my eardrums.
Yeah, that was.
February 27, 1912, the New York Yankees announced they will.
Was it they changed their name? Was it something else? Weren't they named something? They were the Highlanders, I believe, before they were the
They
Yankees.
become Americana and they go to pinstripes.
Oh, they changed the
there you go.
uniform.
That's a good question, actually.
February 27, 1912, the New York Yankees announced they will wear pinstripes from this point on.
You know something about the Yankees that I found amazing? Derek Jeter is the first Yankee to have 3,000 hits.
Really?
I swear, that is true.
You're kidding with
That's
all
staggering.
those players that they.
Derek Jeter is the first Yankee to have 3,000 hits in his career.
Yeah, that is.
Can you believe that?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
When I heard that, I couldn't believe it. I had to look it up.
Well, I think it's time for my picks too here.
Get ready. Get set.
He's sure getting ready
It's
to get
time
setting
for the
on.
Ochoman's Big Picks of the Day.
I tell you what, guys. Last week, or not last week, our last. When were we on Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, we were on Tuesday, and I went 3-1 in. Wait. I went 3-1 in hockey, but I lost one more in basketball. So our NBA has been sluggish right now. So we finished off at 3-2. Again, we're over 500, and that's what our people like to hear. So we ended up 3-2 there. Our NBA pick of the day is Charlotte versus Boston. I think there's going to be some scoring here. So, as the bettors, I'm going to be jumping all over like the bettors are. This line started off on the over and under at 194.5. It has moved up to 198. And you know what? I'm going to go with the tail ride on this one with the bettors, and I'm going to take the over on this one. I definitely see this one being like a 105 to 102 type of game here, and it's going to be over to 198. So you're seeing what, 3.5, 4-point move up on the Vegas here, and that's something that you put a red flag on.
On the total?
On the total.
Oh, wow.
From 194.5 to 198 overnight.
Somebody knows something. Huh?
Something's up here, guys, and I think there's going to be a lot of scoring, and I'm going to be jumping on the wagon here, and I'm going to take the over on this one as well.
Now let me ask you a philosophical question. When do you take the contrarian view? Because we used to do that a lot and make a lot of money. You were real good at that.
Well, what you're trying to do now is if you had another guy, you try to play the in-between.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
I mean, that's
3-4 points. That's great. That's perfect.
That's where you're looking at. But
right.
Here's what...
But if you see a football line open at 6 and it moves...
Well, yeah, here's what I'm saying too, Armand. When do we get the diluted line? The line that's
the amateur line.
Well, no, the pure line was 194.5.
Uh-huh.
This 198 has been fixed by the public. The public raised this up to 198. So
are they usually wrong?
No. What I'm saying is, how far do you follow the public though?
Right.
Into
that's
this?
risky.
That's the key here.
The question though, is
I think 198 is definitely doable though. So I'm looking at this one. Like I said, 101 to 103 type, and I'm looking at over 200 is what I'm looking at.
Okay.
If it pushed this to 199, I think that 1 point would have hindered me from jumping on this, but 198 is still very doable, and I see both teams scoring over 100. So that's where I'm seeing this one go. Our NHL play, and I tell you what, this team's been having problems, and it's the Chicago Blackhawks, and I told you guys about it. I told you guys, troll this team, get ready, because there's something happening with this one, and now they just lost. I think they lost Kane, wasn't it?
Yeah, for
I think
might be the rest of the year.
Might be out for the season. And even with Kane, they were having problems at home, scoring and so forth. I'm looking at Chicago Blackhawks at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been playing really well, guys. I mean, this is the same team that I told my friend in Vegas. I said, hey, watch this Tampa Bay team against St. Louis and so forth. And this Tampa Bay team's live. And I like him in this spot here. I like this game. They're really pumped up about it. I love the Lightning in this spot. The money line on this one is minus 140. That's not bad at all. Minus 140 in this play here is perfect. I'm going to take the minus 140. I'm going to take the puck line, minus 1.5. I think they'll beat them by over 2. I'm sorry, over 1.5, that is. And let's take the over on this one. It's 5.5 too. Now, my problem on this one, I could see a 4-1, so maybe back off a little bit on that, a light play, but I definitely see 3-4 goals coming out of the side of Tampa Bay on this one. So I'm looking at this one. Honestly, I was looking at this one being a 4-2 or 5-2 type of game here. So I got 3 plays based on just this one NHL game. And that one NBA game, I like the over, Charlotte versus Boston on the 198. What's our big stock play for today?
You know, I think I like Bank of America. They're getting whacked yesterday and today, and I looked it up to see what was going on, and they got a downgrade from another bank.
That's it?
Yeah,
that was
USB downgraded them. So, does that make sense to you? I'm downgrading you.
And who follows
Ochoman.
that? Yeah, who follows that?
Well, apparently that's the public. There you go.
So can Bank of America come back and downgrade them?
I think so. It's down about 75 cents, which is a lot for that stock. It's only at 15, and it's at 15.75 right now. Next week it'll be 16.50, and next Thursday they're going to do the stress tests on these banks, and if it passes, it's going to go up to 17. You watch.
So that's Bank of
America. I got
America.
my money in it. Yep, Bank of America, BAC.
BAC. Well, that's what we got for this show. What's a big Ocho stuff that you got? Oh, by the way, Chris, before you get out there, I got some messages from our friends out there on my Facebook on the
Who was
Ocho
the guy that
Man.
gave us? Gave Deep Dick today. Well, that was great.
Deep Dick.
Yeah, the guy that gave us the sent us the email about Kanye.
Oh, Mr. Bowen.
Yeah,
he was great. Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
I like listeners like him.
We need guys like that,
Yeah.
and people like that. Even
And we
our
need
girls
some-
out there that
yeah,
want
girls.
Yeah.
Oh, girls.
Take it easy, will you? And we've had another email and message from
Keep
one
them
of our
coming.
friends out there. Our message was from, you remember Rick Daly?
Sure,
Rick
nice
Daly,
guy, great guy,
great guy,
great ball
He's-
player too.
Great ball player. I mean, he
Hell of a
was
ball player.
when in the
He was my neighbor. He lived right across the street from me.
early
when we were kids.
'90s or
Rick, mid '80s, maybe
mid-'80s.
Yeah, I think he almost made the pros.
He wasn't bad at all. He was a quiet guy, but you know what? He laughed it up every time.
Oh, it's a good time.
He's
Yeah.
a good dude. He's a good dude. He's a great guy, and he sends me a personal message saying how much he loves our show and how good
love
it's
him,
doing.
too.
Yeah, so
He
that's
was my neighbor.
Well, yeah, and if
We need people like that, Chris.
We do need people like that. And on that
And
note,
girls.
anyone who wants to find the Ocho Man, you can find him on the iTunes Store, the Stitcher Store for Android. Just search Ocho Man behind the 8 ball. Website, ochoman.com. You know, we're on all the social media outlets. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at Ocho Man Podcast. Everywhere. We're all over the place. Ochoman at ochoman.com.
And one more shout here. I got a buddy out there, Gary Henson. He gave us a shout out. He let me know how much he loved the show, and he's sharing.
Thanks, Gary.
He's sharing it out there to everyone on Facebook and so forth. That's what we're looking at here, guys. If you guys can just share our stuff out there. It's kind of like guerrilla warfare. We're just giving out. We don't have that much money for advertisement right now, so
We
this
have
is the
enough
way.
money for donuts.
Yeah, I get you the donuts, though, prick, and
And
I
milk.
get you that pizza over there. So that's how we're working.
That's
I
where the
appreciate
budget goes.
everything. I appreciate all you guys out there tuning in. From the Ocho Man, Armand.
Yes,
Great to
thank
have
you.
you.
Thank you.
I'll have you next
being
week.
here,
and
Ocho Man.
Chris, great show again, man.
Thanks,
I'll
dude.
see you guys out there from the Ocho Man. We are out of here.
And it ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go. Come on. Ah!
The Ocho Man, behind the 8 ball. Only on Ignotainment. Leave us your questions and comments below this podcast in the comments section of the iTunes Podcast Store.